That should do it. I'm going to turn this into this. Hey, thanks for stopping by to check out the video. What I'm going to be doing is building a workbench. I gave you a real quick glimpse of what it's going to look like. And I'm filming all this before I make it, so I'm hoping it turned out okay. But anyway, let's just jump right into it, and I'll tell you what I'm doing as we go through it. What I've got here is a pile of scrap walnut flooring. You can tell it's been grooved out for like the flooring. But these were kind of undesirable pieces that were unwanted. There's a lot of sapwood in here. So it was free. So perfect project to make the workbench that I'm looking for on this. And I've got underneath here a piece of plywood that's already been cut to size. And then this is all going to go on top of it. All right, the piece of plywood is fairly flat, but it's not 100%. I've got a little bit of rise through here. And on this end, I've got quite a bit of rise. You can, in the middle, it's pretty flat now. I got some rise here in the middle. I've got it clamped down to take the small warp out of here. And yeah, we're good. We're completely flush everywhere I check it now. All right, what we've got is tongue and groove walnut. These boards right here are 5 inches wide, and the workbench is going to be 21 inches. So 4 boards doesn't quite get it. It's going to take 5. So each one's going to get hung over a little bit on the edge. So I don't have one piece that's, an inch wide. The idea behind it is going to be to stagger these so that none of my ends are, match up with each other. And I'll end up cutting a bunch of pieces and doing all that. But the end result is going to be an antique finish. Very rough looking. We're not looking for fine furniture here. It's going to be a workbench that gets beat all up. So the cool thing is we'll go through the antiquing process and how I like to do it. Construction-wise, I know I shouldn't do it because if I glue these boards down, I'm not giving them any room to move. And this is going in a non-climate conditioned garage. And honestly, we don't really care if it gets a bunch of cracks and splits in it. It's going to add to the character in it. So even though I have 2 pieces that will span the full width, everything else will be kind of patchwork. So I think I'm going to do the whole thing as patchwork. But I'd like a decent sized piece here in the middle because this right here will be the primary work area. I think what I want to do is limit my pieces to 30 inches or something. I got a knot here so I can cut that out. Some of these will have the tongue on the end, but a lot of them won't because of where they're getting cut down. I guess. Okay, I ripped this down. Like I said, on this side, I'm going to have to put nails through the top, which is okay. I'll be able to hide that with all of the antiquing I'm going to put on this. So I had one piece that was long enough to go the whole span on the, this will be the front of the bench. So I'll do that here, and then I'll have to piece two pieces together on that side. I got a couple of these nails that didn't go quite in. I'm not going to use the nail set. I'm just going to pound them pretty good with the ball peen, because again, this is getting antiqued. All right, it's looking pretty good. The dimensions all worked out good. The next thing I'm going to do is get my track saw, and I'm going to trim down all four sides. I'll do this side first, and then I'll square it up and do that side, and then we'll get this side done. Well, you might have heard I hit a couple nails, but hopefully I didn't do damage to the saw. All right, the reason why I sanded this smooth is because I am going to attempt to wood burn an image in the middle of this workbench. This is a red drumfish. Some people call them puppy drum, redfish, different things. It's the kind of fish I like to fish for. So I thought, what the hell, I'm gonna wood burn this in. First thing I gotta do is transfer this image over. Next thing I'll do is get a piece of carbon paper underneath there. And then I've got these little things, I don't know what you call them, a stylist or something. Some are fine, some are big, so I use the bigger ones for the shading area, the small ones for the more detail. And I'll just trace over this. I am going to put a piece of tape down here just to hold it in place. So this could get quite boring, so I won't show you all of it. Let's see, make sure it's coming through okay. Oh yeah. All right, I'll get this done. I'll bring it back when I'm about done. Well, this looks like this. We'll see how that turns out when it gets burned. Okay. Yeah, I was afraid some of that wasn't burning very deep, so I'm going to go back and work on this some more. I'll do it all off camera, and we'll go from there. All right, I redid everything. Still think I'm going to be light in some areas, which is okay, because if you remember, like I've said, we're going to antique this, and this can't look brand new. I'm going to spray it down with a little water. And I'll let that dry for a minute. I'm going to sand it again very lightly, and then we're going to start taking care of the rest of this board. All right, well, I'll let that dry a little more. First thing I want to do is knock this edge off of this. Just going to use my number 5 plane. So this is the main area of the workbench, so this would have been worn a lot more, so I'm going to take this down a good bit. Yeah, it's got a nice little wear mark to it. Ow, God. You see people antique these things in all kinds of different ways. One thing I like to do is I just like to find random items in my shop and just throw it across here. Now this is walnut, so it doesn't dent very easy. If this were pine, man, I could have a field day on it, but you know, I'll just start with things like my little anvil here, and I'll just throw it across here a few times, and it'll leave some fairly natural looking marks. It's just a old 1/2-inch drill bit that's pretty dull. So I'm just going to pour a little bit right here. Oops, we spilled some oil. Oh, we made a mess there too, darn. And this is always classic on a workbench, right? Well, see, I'm done with my pipe wrench for the day. I'll just leave it there for now. Don't need my spud wrench anymore today either. Well, wait, that's a future project. Files usually leave interesting marks on these things too, so you can just kind of beat them around, hit them with the point, you know. But it's really, it's more like, hey, I'm done with this one. Put it over here. I don't need that one anymore. I don't need that one anymore today. I can't have the centerpiece here being free of defects. Oh, I need to put this chisel up. Oh no, scratch my workbench again. Hey, did I ever show you guys this? I think I did in a previous video. It might be a project one day. I need to check the casters on the bottom of my jack here. Yeah, they look pretty good. Oh, that fell out. Hope that didn't scratch anything up. Here's some stain I like to use every now and then. It's called prairie wheat. Not really. I just want to see what a little bit look like on here. It's actually nice. I'll probably use this on the whole top. One thing that the stain does, where the dents and stuff are, it will make those darker. You know, you can never truly replicate, or I can't. You know, workbench had maybe been used for 30, 40, 50, 100 years. If y'all haven't seen my video of the Antique Woodworkers Workbench, it's the first video series I did. Now that bench has got some character. 1940. That was I wonder what gun blue would do to this. Oh no, I got overspray on my bench. I don't know, what do you think? We make a big enough mess of it? Let's give it a sand, see what it looks like. Yeah, that's looking pretty good. All right, I'm gonna let this dry overnight. And then tomorrow, I'll put the top coat on. I'm gonna be using this oil-based polyurethane. It's a clear satin spar varnish. It's pretty durable. And I love it on projects like this because it will yellow over time and give it kind of more of that antique-y look. I did stir this up earlier. Well, it's the next morning and it dried really good overnight. I'm loving the way this thing looks. I mean, it is. I couldn't have asked for it to come out any better. I think I got just the right amount of dents and dings in it to make it look kind of old, but not overkill. It may take me a day or so, but for you, only a second. I am going to get this put in place before I put the final coat on. So we'll be back with that. Here's the workbench top all done. Got it sitting up on top of a couple Craftsman rolling tool chest. This thing came out, I think, just perfect for what I wanted. Got a little antiquing done on it. 3 coats of spar varnish. Last me the rest of my lifetime. Hey, thanks for hanging out with me while I built that workbench top. That's been on my to-do list for a few years now. Got those Craftsman tool chests. I don't remember exactly where I got them. It's been a while. They're basically brand new. Got a pretty good deal on them, but I've been wanting to make that workbench top for a while, and I came across that free walnut flooring, so I thought, why not? Hope you enjoyed the video. Oh, and the wood burning, I think that's the second, maybe third time I've ever done it. Might be the last. Didn't enjoy that too much. But anyway, hope you enjoyed the video. We'll see you next time.